Game 2 looks like it's ready to get underway right now. Purple versus Kaldi. How did they adjust to the second game? Kaldi's going to run it back, and Purple swapping over to Freeze Mage.
Oh, I'm interested to see this. I'm a big fan of this deck here, Nathan.
Yeah, Purple, very, very excellent with these kinds of decks that largely will ignore kind of what your opponent's going on until you have one massive swing turn. I think it's right up his alley.
Yeah, we saw Kaldi with a Iron Beak out. I don't know if he's going to keep it in his opening hand. Yeah, he doesn't. It's actually can be pretty important in this matchup.
I wonder if, I see Arcane Golem right now. If we see some of the other elements, I'm going to believe that Arcane Golem was in his deck before, but he might have played more of a mid-range style to try to throw Purple off and then swapped it over to a very aggressive build.
Yeah, Purple, by the way, loves seeing this. He queues up Mech Mage in game 1, queues up Mage again, but the complete opposite end of the spectrum. Again, hasn't even shown a card yet to say that, I'm a different kind of deck here, but his hand is pretty good going forward.
That is a gas draw from Kaldi right now. Wants to, anytime you shut off Mad Scientist, such a strong draw. But one of the really important parts here, he doesn't know this, but Purple's got an Ice Block in his hand, so there's actually 66.66, repeating, of course, percent chance that he gets an Ice Barrier off of this. An Ice Barrier is a nightmare for this deck to deal with.
Yeah, now the secret's kind of out. When he plays something like Acolyte of Pain, Kaldi has to take a minute and think about this.
Very clear image, but wow, what a draw from Kaldi. Continues.
Yeah, I still don't think it's going to get played this turn, though. I think he's going to quick shot and hero power.
No, I don't think so, man. I think he's playing the Animal Companion.
You really think so?
Oh yeah, I think it blasted out. All of your rolls are good.
All of your rolls are very, very good, actually, now that you mention it.
Yep. And you can see Purple even really upset with the fact that he drew it. I mean, this is one of the most problematic minions in the game for this deck.
He might have to just fireball here.
Yeah, that's exactly what he's going to do. And not a bad play either. I mean, he gets to shut off the beast on the board,
Blizzard
picks up an
next
extra
turn as well,
card.
so.
It's still at 24. Things aren't looking too bad for Purple right now, but looking at Kaldi's hand, nothing but heat behind this one.
Yeah, he has a Blizzard that he has going forward. His Emperor Thorson, if he can weather the storm this turn, like if Kaldi didn't, add a ton of pressure turn, like we were to do something like, just hero power, maybe play another, 1 or 2 power minion, he could do something like that. But Kaldi's going to have a lot of pressure every turn going forward from here.
I'm curious if he actually wants to play Arcane Golem this turn.
Yeah, it is kind of a rough spot here. Giving Purple 6 mana turns on, 7 mana turns on a lot of cards that you don't want to turn on to. things like Flame Strike.
Yeah, just going to rip Kill Command out of the way, too. I mean, he's very concerned about his, how he utilizes his mana in this game. He wants to play Savannah Highmane next turn, and then on turn 7 wants to be able to go quick shot, hero power, Arcane Golems. Love seeing this.
And this is the kind of turn I talked about from Purple. Just, being able to get this Emperor Thorson into play is going to be huge from him going forward. Kaldi's going to play a Savannah Highmane. There's a good chance that it's not going to get to attack ever in this game.
Yeah, I mean, there's a possibility. Purple's hand is stacked to the brim with freeze effects at this point, but he's got to worry about padding his life total at this point. He's going to start dropping very low very soon, and he has to find a way either to end the game or to keep his life total high, so that way his ice blocks aren't just getting popped by hero powers.
Yeah, he actually needs the Savannah Highmane to get played this turn. That is the best thing for him because he'll take the least amount of damage. If Kaldi pushes this turn, does something like Leper Gnome, Arcane Golem, hero power, and attack you for a ton, that's the worst case scenario for Purple, because then he has to start, protecting his life total and developing things like ice blocks and ice barriers. But if Kaldi were to do something like just Savannah Highmane this turn, it doesn't add enough pressure to the board, and Purple starts to get having free reign from here on out. Starts to do things like Blizzard and Frost Novas just to buy time.
Yeah, and you can see that Kaldi's thinking about that right now. He also has to be a little bit worried about the Emperor.
Yeah, it looks like you're going to see the super aggressive turn out of him here.
Yeah, so maybe, is going to go with Arcane Golem here instead, and this is going to set Purple very low on health. He's down to 7 at this point. And once again, he has to be very mindful of it. The blessing here is that this Emperor Thorson has survived now, so he's going to start getting damage out of this. Can he turn this back around and win this game?
Oh, absolutely. There's a very good chance that he does Frost Nova Doomsayer this turn, but Ice Block picked up is also a great
Frostbolt's such an important draw in this position, too. Everything going in Purple's way right now is protected from any lethal damage that Kaldi can throw his way. Gets in 5 points of damage here. Has 7 more in his hand between the Frostbolt and the Icelands. And Emperor Thorson, this is making the Archmage very cheap at this point.
Yeah, you're seeing this game completely turn around. That is a good draw here from Kaldi. Stranglethorn Tiger, kind of hard to deal with out of Purple's deck. You do see him having a Blizzard in his hand already, but that minion can cause a lot of problems for some of the draws that Purple has.
The other thing, too, is if Kaldi actually quick shots and hero powers here, Purple can't Blizzard. He's going to take 2 points of damage from that Leper Gnome and be at such a life total that he cannot kill the Leper Gnome. If he kills the Leper Gnome in his turn, he just dies. Secrets don't trigger on your own turn. Kaldi, you can see he's even thinking about this right now. He's looking at this board trying to figure it out.
Yeah, the problem is if he does quick shot here, then he gets to develop nothing else this turn.
That is a little bit of a problem. And Stranglethorn Tiger
really
going to put a big hurt. Alex Straza added to Purple's hand. and this is looking like he has no fear of something like Keyzen, no fear of something like Flare, and how can you fear those cards? He has to push for damage, and Kaldi, he can't take care of this Ice Block right now. He can pop it, but that's not going to be enough.
Yeah,
it looks like Purple,
here.
He's completely taken the driver's seat in this game. Kaldi has to draw something this next turn to fend off this pressure.
Yeah, Purple's actually going to go ahead and just pick up another secret here as well. Gain, pad his life total just a little bit extra in case something crazy happens.
Yeah, I'm just going to launch that hero power to the 2-1 too. Wants to protect as many threats as he possibly can.
Yeah, with Kaldi, the Emperor on trigger, he's got more than enough for
Kaldi has to draw something right now. Kill command is not enough. He can shut off the minions on the board. He can pop Purple's Ice Block, but the one thing he can't do is prevent Purple from dealing lethal damage next turn, and he's going to tie this series up at 1 game apiece.
To see these 2 fireballs just come out and then a hero power to finish off Kaldi here. He's going to go through his turn, make sure there's nothing, that he's missing that he can't do. And it looks like we're going to have a little flare here. He's going to, take the other way out.
Yeah, I think Kaldi's going to continue to try to fight against this, but just not enough at the end of the day. Deal as much damage as you can, and sit back and let Purple use those fireballs and take care of you. I mean, what can you do at this point? I think this game was honestly pretty well played on both sides of this. Kaldi came out swinging at every single step of the way, tried to fight off as much of this as he can, but at the end of the day, just not enough. Purple's queue up, it's so good versus this deck.
Yeah, absolutely love this deck as well. Big fan of it. And yeah, Purple played great this game, but so did Kaldi, not taking anything away from him here.
Yeah, I mean, just really put the heat on. And
draws the natural fireball.
Yeah, just why not? Emperor Thorson still actually ended up being a factor this turn. Purple only had 9 mana. So the fact that it was able to make both these fireballs cheaper, very big point for him. Series tied up at 1 game apiece now.
Yeah, and so after this, where do you think Purple goes if you're Kaldi? What do you prepare for from here? Because you've queued up the same deck twice.
Well, I mean, it really looks to me like Purple's trying to react to what you're doing. We haven't seen him play Mech Mage. We haven't really seen that many people play Mech Mage. So he's clearly trying to get the better of you in some respect with that. And then when he swaps over to Freeze Mage, once again, he's trying to target something that you're doing. So it's really anyone's guess what he does. I mean, it's so hard to read what Purple's going to do in a game.
Yeah, absolutely. We haven't seen either one of those decks out of Purple yet. It's very interesting to see what he's trying to target here going forward.
Yeah, if you guys want to see exactly what Purple's played in the past or check out this game for yourself, you can head over to pvplive.net and see the full recap. Stats breakdowns are there. Both of these guys' competitive histories, how they have been winning in Hearthstone in the past, and maybe a glimpse on how they intend to do it in the future. So right now they're making changes to their decks. That's the HPL format. They can change whatever they want at any time. And when we come back, game number 3 is going to be getting underway. It's tied up here, but one of these players is going to take an advantage in this match. Don't go anywhere, guys. You're watching Hearthstone on PvP Live.